let's get into it.
In 10 minutes or less, I will be discussing whether or not a normal human like you, not me, because I'm a Saiyan, live on planet
Let's be honest, bro. Come on, dude.
Namek from Dragon Ball Z. We will be covering 4 topics: the planetary system, the geology, the atmosphere, and the ecology, and discuss the scientific accuracy of our beloved
So we're
Akira
reacting to
Toriyama.
some
May he rest in peace.
science shit.
We have a lot to cover,
Some
so I'll
real
try to make
shit.
this as quick as possible.
Mad zooted, I got this bad thing I recruited.
So I had to sit down for this one. We're starting off with the most scientifically complicated bit. Planet Namek has not 1, not 2, but 3
God fucking yummy.
complicating our understanding of the Namekian solar arrangement. But not to worry, because I've spent hours working on this. Circumbinary planets, also known as Tatooine
Isn't
planets,
this Star
are
Wars?
planets with multiple suns. This brings the question: how does the day-night cycle work? And which sun does the planet orbit?
Oh
That's
wait,
2
isn't
questions,
it?
but,
Isn't
you
it
know,
stated in the show that like it's never night, and the first time they witness night is when Shenron summoned? So I don't think there is.
all I'm
night.
trying to say. My initial theory was that the gravity of the 3 suns would tear the planet into pieces. Now, this would be the case if the suns orbited Namek, but in actuality, the suns are arranged something like this. So Sun A would be in the center, meanwhile suns
I would
B and C
presume.
would spin around each other as they orbit Sun A. This is very similar to
I
like
would think.
Pluto and its moon Charon, or Karen, however you want to pronounce it. And as for
Oh.
which sun
Pluto has
Namek
3
would
moons?
orbit, there are 2 options.
I mean 3 suns.
There's
What am
a
I
P
talking
type
about?
in which Namek would follow both suns, or an S type in which Namek would only orbit one of them. Now,
Okay.
Toriyama didn't really give us a good visual of the axial tilt of the planet, so we're just gonna have to brush past this one. But he did say that Namek is in perpetual daytime. But looking at this a
I'm
little bit
fucking with the
closer,
music.
he's only half right about this. So like, here's the thing.
What?
We only ever see one half of planet Namek, and
That's
this half
not
we
true, I'm
see
pretty
in
sure.
daytime, all the time, no matter what. So going off of this, I have concluded that
Is it
Namek
though?
is what
'Cause
you
I'm-
would call a tidally locked planet. So for any celestial body, doesn't have to be a planet. For any celestial body to be tidally locked, that means that only one half is facing the sun, or one half is facing something. You can think of our real life moon, that's tidally locked with the Earth because we only ever
Oh.
see one half of the moon. It's the same thing here with Namek.
Oh,
Only one half
does that
of
mean,
Namek
like,
is actually
only
facing
one
the sun,
side
or
is
suns in
visible,
this
chat?
case, which means only one half is in perpetual summer
That
and the
makes sense, that
other
makes sense,
in
makes sense.
perpetual winter.
Makes
Now, if
sense.
you wanted to know what this would look like, you can just imagine the polar night in Norway, or the eternal sun, which is also
Yeah,
in Norway.
because in Norway, like, there's a part, what do they call it? The country, I was gonna say state. The country that never, I want to say, sees, like, the darker, something like that, or it's always day.
I have one more thing to add about the planetary system. Namek doesn't have a moon.
Oh,
And while like moons aren't technically make it or break it for the prosperity of life, it is responsible for a bunch of important things, such as maintaining the axis, oxygenating life through tidal waves, and stabilizing the climate. Life is still possible, but this is something to consider.
Miley Cyrus everywhere I go, I'm screwed up.
First things first, and this is probably the most important thing right here. Namek has surface liquid water. This tells us so much about the planet, because this tells us that the surface temperature is between 0 to 100 degrees Celsius, which
Wait,
is
how does
roughly
that
32
what?
to 212 freedom units. Because Toriyama designed Namek to be the opposite of the Earth, it's likely that Namek
Oh, what does that mean? The opposite of Earth? Because if it was the opposite of Earth, wouldn't life not be able to be on it? That's like, that should be the opposite, would it not, chat?
has a
Am I
ratio of
tripping?
71% land and 29%
Oh, it's flipped. I know. Okay, that makes sense.
water. This means water is scarce, but it's still present, which means there's good chance for life. However, because it's the opposite of Earth, it's probable that Namek doesn't have tectonic plates, which is very important because that's how we got most of our volcanoes.
Ain't tectonic plates like the thing that, like, if it moved, that's why tsunamis happen, and like earthquakes and stuff like that.
By proxy, a lot of our mountains too. You see, the reason why volcanoes are so important to us is because that's what makes us new land, and they release fertile soils, and they also release gases to maintain and create atmospheres and oceans. This is essential for life. The fact that there's no tectonic plates is kind of a red flag. However, the fact that there are mountains shows us that there is something here. So spoilers for Dragon Ball, but when Frieza brought genocide to Namek, we got a sneak peek at the lava underneath the surface. No, Namek doesn't have volcanoes, but there is a mechanism underneath the surface called mantle plumes, which are pipes of magma which erupt when there's an overwhelming amount of pressure. This mechanism is
I mean, you
called
could just like
interplate
dig a
volcanism.
fucking hole and like the
We
shit
have
just explodes.
this in real life. It's Hawaii's volcano. These would explain how Namek has its mountains, how it has its land, and stuff. That's why it erupted into magma and lava everywhere whenever Frieza was just running rampant.
Okay. Why is he just casually have future playing, bro? That's like, it's throwing me off.
Now we're moving on to the atmosphere. According to Bulma, the atmosphere consists of oxygen but doesn't elaborate further. It's likely oxygen rich, however, because Namek is full of plant life and water. That says something about its atmosphere right there. And speaking of which, it's going to be very humid and warm, so, I mean, sucks to suck, I guess, but hey, I gotta address the elephant in the room. The sky is green. And I really hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen, but this is just an artistic choice. There is no canonical explanation for this, other than the fact that Namek is literally supposed to be
Wait, what is it?
universe of Earth.
What does it have to do with anything? Why is he talking about the sky's green? Am I missing something?
Nothing here to say. And as I
hell?
said before, having no moons leaves climate conditions unchecked and would therefore have
Well,
wild seasonal changes. However, because Namek doesn't have seasons because it's tidally locked, these effects are null. Namek would also likely spin faster than Earth,
what is it?
but whether or not the centrifugal
Interstellar,
force would be
Interstellar, there we
strong enough
go.
to affect
Glad you
you
seen.
is kind of a mystery.
I gave her realness and that's all she gon'
Okay, bro.
And
Okay.
now, the
Okay.
ecology, ladies and gentlemen. The most prominent life force here are the Namekians, without a doubt. They are basically just humanoid slugs, and they reproduce asexually like sponges or anemones, or however you pronounce that thing, and photosynthesize to eat. So any food that you find on the planet, that's all yours, bro. They're also known to be friendly, so you can lower your guard around them. Maybe, probably. Other
Not
fauna
Kid
would include
Piccolo.
stuff like dinosaurs, frogs, fish, birds, and giant oysters. However, you don't have to worry about getting eaten by dinosaurs because life here is just so scarce you'll hardly ever run into one. And
Damn.
there's a considerable reason why. It's because around age 261, there's an event called the Namekian Cataclysm, where everything basically died. Except
Damn.
for Guru, and he had to reproduce the whole planet by himself.
Wait, no. Wait, I
it
got.
sounds
No, wait,
kinda-
I know he's talking about one guru. Hold up. DBZ abridged. I'm gonna look up DBZ abridged. Hold up. I know. Wait. Elite ball knowledge. What's his name? Guru. Hold up. Chat. Hold up.
The following is a non-profit
This shit's so unserious, bro. This shit's so unserious. Okay. No.
What is it, Lord Guru?
Some bullshit.
Fish. That is all. You can go back outside now.
Bro, that's such a dickhead thing to
This is
do.
so horribly dull. I hope something exciting happens around here soon.
Yeah,
I
you
don't care
get
what it
fucking
is.
marked. Should we rewatch a bridge, chat? I think I might rewatch a bridge.
It was pretty. Kick its ass.
Okay. Well, no, it's the end. It's at the end. Here,
Lord
chat.
Guru, I have terrible news.
With you, I don't really like any of.
I think he's looking for you.
Bro,
Do
hold
not
up.
tell him I'm here.
Well, I can sense you.
Do not make eye contact.
Ha! Nice.
He massacred an entire village!
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really like any of them, except him.
Who the? Oh, is he saying?
Oh God. Actually dying this time.
Lord Guru, you can't leave us!
I'm sorry, my children. But I must leave you now. My time
Hold
is
up.
at an end.
Hold up,
But
chat.
before I leave, I must confess my sins.
What do you mean?
Do you remember the great drought that befell our planet?
The one that nearly wiped out our race?
Yeah,
The one caused by those filthy albinos?
yeah.
The one
Is this racism?
we purged as per your instruction?
Yeah, see. I might have shifted the blame on that one.
You what?
Remember when I said they were the ones responsible for the disappearance of our precious water?
We
Nah,
slept
this fat bastard just drunk all that
for
shit, boy.
thousands.
It was me.
How?
I drank it.
What?
How do you think I got so fat? And now I can die with a clear conscience.
Bro,
Uh,
TFS is so peak, bro.
uh-oh.
Kill him!
No!
Okay, bro. Alright. Back to the video chat. Back to the
Kind of
video.
lazy at first, knowing that like everyone mysteriously vanished.
I wonder how.
The truth is, this actually parallels a real life mystery because
What?
around
Oh, the
Permian
plague?
Triassic period,
Oh, no.
there was an event called the Great Dying, where 90% of all species died from something we don't know.
What?
Some speculate astronauts.
I didn't even know something about that, chat.
Speculate it's a large impact, like a meteor or something.
Ain't that for the
Others say
dinosaurs?
It's like some sort of like global warming that happened. I
Okay.
think it was Frieza.
I think when she fell for me, I gave her
Reaching the bar, I
After
guess.
speed running all these facts, did Toriyama do a good job, and can you survive?
Yes.
What's up, people? It's me
Oh.
doing the research and editing and stuff. Now, onto my thoughts. I think for what it's worth, Toriyama did.
Hey,
a
see
pretty
anything
good
on
job,
Wonder Shore,
surprisingly,
CapCut?
of making
W
a
Mans.
planetary system. I think my biggest problem has to be with like his day and night cycle. I think it's a little bit off, but it's not terrible. I mean, like Dragon Ball has a history of retconning, so honestly, it's a very simple solution. Just give us a little bit more.
I'ma say,
clarity on the day and night
Prediction's gonna be no. Because it's like you're saying, night and day.
cycle. And also, I just wish he gave us more insight about the Cataclysm and the Green Sky. There's absolutely nothing. The Green Sky is speculated to be caused by a microbacteria that's in the air. However, I can't really talk about that because it's non-canonical. Toriyama did absolutely nothing to tell us where that comes from or anything like that. These
Shout out
complaints,
Toriyama.
like, well, I guess they are complaints, but they're not like huge complaints. They're just more like nitpicks. I just wish he gave a more thorough system. But overall, I think he did a pretty good job, and you actually have a very decent chance of surviving. I'd give you about like a 75% chance of surviving. Your first problem,
I say I
probably
survive.
you can encounter, is just dealing with all the
Food?
sweat. It's very hot. It's very sticky.
Oh.
It's just tropical weather. That's going to be your first problem, and then your biggest problem is actually going to be finding a sustainable food source.
I knew it.
Because all the food on Earth's alien. You're gonna have to try and figure out what's healthy, what's not, and also just there's not a lot there. Like you can't really get meat from anywhere because there's hardly any dinosaurs or fish.
I mean, you
So
could be
you're not-
vegan, so you should be
You're
straight.
not screwed.
Am I
But you're
tripping?
not amazingly well off.
Shit, I say I
If
would
you actually
be.
found a way to domesticate and like trade and stuff, then Namek could very well be in Earth 2.0.
W video? I say W video.